Hey guys, this is James Quick, Microsoft Technical Evangelist here again. As always, my contact information is on the screen. Twitter is at JQuickwit. Microsoft email is jaquick@microsoft.com. My local meetup in the South Florida area is the Miami Fort Lauderdale Windows App Developers. I run a blog on MSDN, quick_thoughts. And then my YouTube channel, where I will be posting these videos, is it's a bit.ly link, and it's JQ YouTube. So just something to keep in mind. So what I'm going to talk about now, and I just posted my first video on jQuery Mobile, building your first web app. Hopefully you've seen that one. But what I'm going to talk about now is jQuery Mobile, ListViews, and Collapsibles. So you've probably seen these two things if you've had any experience with HTML. Again, I expect you to have at least a little bit of experience just to kind of see how things work. But anyway, I'm going to pop over to w3schools.com, and they've got a Collapsibles tab here. So you can go through all this content on your own. These are just Collapsibles and ListViews were just two that kind of popped out to me that I wanted to talk about. But so here we're on the Collapsibles page. Here's an example of a collapsible if you don't know what it is. It has a header here. Click on it, it shows some extra content. So if we try it out yourself, go to this little demo, we can see the code they wrote. Again, they have the three different references here for jQuery Mobile. They have the page definition, they have the header, the main, and the footer, just like we saw before, just like you'll see in anything that you build with jQuery Mobile. And then inside of this main, they have a div with a data role of collapsible. So that's all we have to do, all we have to add to be able to set up a collapsible. And then underneath it, it's got its header. So right after that collapsible definition here, we're going to put a header, and that's what's going to show up here. And then anything below that will be what gets shown when we expand the content. So if I click here, it shows this this tag here. And if I copy and paste this a couple of times, so wrong one, copy and paste this a couple times, you'll be able to see that, and this doesn't look great, but whatever. If I submit this, you'll be able to see when I click to expand, it's showing everything defined beneath this, its header, right? So anything we define below. So what my goal here today is, in this example, I'm going to do basically a list of references for jQuery Mobile. So I'm going to have a collapsible, and when I click the collapsible, I want to show a list view. So let's go ahead and set up a couple of the different collapsibles. I've got an index.html saved to my desktop, and I've got my page structure set up. So I'm going to go ahead and do the header as jQuery Mobile references. And inside of my main content, I'm going to add a div with data role equals collapsible. And in that tag, and inside of there, I want to have the header. So for this first one, I'm going to do h1 and then say w3 references. So I'm going to have links to the different pages in W3 schools. Again, a great reference for anyone that's interested. And then I'm going to copy this collapsible, because I'm going to do this a couple times. I'm going to copy this down and have a couple of these. The second one is going to be jQuery references. So these are from the jQuery website, jQuery references. And then I'll add, in the third one, I'm going to add some references that are from me. So I'll do some other references, and this I'll do my YouTube, my Twitter, the Twitter for jQuery Mobile, stuff like that. So let's save this and let's pop over back to Internet Explorer. Let's just take a look at what it looks like. So we have these three collapsibles. We don't have anything in them, but you can see they're expanding a little bit and going back to normal. I'm going to get rid of this footer text. Well, actually, I'll just say created by James Quick. And like we did in the first example, I'm going to do a data position equals fixed. That way this thing stays at the bottom. And then in the page, I'm going to do data theme equals B, which will give us that dark theme. And I like a little better. Should give us the dark theme if I spell theme correctly. Save that and rerun this project. Now we'll get the dark theme. So now we need to add the content inside of these collapsibles. So to do that, we're going to add ListViews. And there's a tab here for ListViews. And ListViews are pretty straightforward. If you've done HTML, you've probably used on unordered or ordered lists and then list items. So that's exactly what we do here. If I go into this demo, we will have, let's see, we'll have an ordered list here with the data role equals list view. So again, we're just adding that data role property. jQuery Mobile takes it from there and does the theming and all that sort of stuff for us to make it, give it that mobile feel. So we can do that with an ordered list or an unordered list, whichever is okay. And then inside of there, we're just going to add these different list items. And list items, they have here just buttons. So A tags with hrefs, and then it has the words of list item. So I've already created this, and I'm just going to copy this in to save time, but it's pretty straightforward. So underneath the header tag for our first collapsible, I'm going to come in and add an unordered list, and that unordered list will have data role equals list view. And let me expand this so we can have a little room to put some stuff in. And then I'm just going to copy and paste my list items in here so I don't have to redo this. So let me copy and paste and make that look a little prettier. So I've got, again, this is just list item and then an A tag with an href. The first one is W3 jQuery Mobile Home, and then it's got list views and forms and themes and some other stuff that you might be interested in. So in the next part, we're going to do a very similar thing. And let's see, did I add that in the right place? No, I added that in the header. Let me take away that. So let me copy that, and this should actually go underneath the header. Sorry about that. Underneath the collapsible. Always good to go back and double check. So let me fix this up a little bit. Alright, so now let me save, just to make sure I did this right, let me pop over to Internet Explorer and run this again. And when I expand W3 references, I should have a bunch of links. If I click on one, this should take me, if I've done this correctly, to W3 jQuery Mobile Home. Perfect. And allow that. So let's go back over to Sublime, and in the jQuery references, I'm going to come down and grab the unordered list with the data role equals list view tag, and just pop that in there. Fix that up a little bit. Actually, that should have been the way it was. So we'll do that, and then I'll come down and we'll add one more, which will just have the other links. So it'll be the other references. We'll put those right underneath and move that over a little bit. I'm going to add a couple more on here. So I've got right now the jQuery Mobile GitHub, and then the jQuery Mobile Twitter page, and I'm going to add a link to my Twitter, so http www.twitter.com/jQuickWit, and close it out. I'm going to say this is James Quick Twitter, and then I'm going to do a similar thing here, say list item, a href, and then we'll do my GitHub page. So my GitHub page is www.github.com/jqquick223, and I'll leave that root page there for now. And I'm going to show you what I've just added. So on my GitHub, I just added a section for jQuery mobile demos. So if we come here, I've got jQuery mobile examples. I can click in here and go to the collapsibles and list views, and this will actually show the index HTML, the example that I have that we just worked on. And I need to update it with these new links that I'm adding, but you guys get the idea. And that's basically it for our app. So now let's take a look. Let's save it and just take a look at what it looks like again. Again, very, very simple, very quick. I might have closed out. Looks like I closed out the page. Can I go back? Nope, let me open that back up for you. And we'll take one last look at it, and then we will be done. So desktop, index.html, open with Internet Explorer, and again, allow this content. So here's our app, created by James Quick. It's a jQuery mobile references app. Obviously, I'm not that great at spelling, but I hope you guys can forgive me for that. But here, W3 references, links to all the W3 pages, the jQuery references, so home, demo, API documents, theme roller, resources, all that, and then the other resources that I just added. So that's just a quick introduction to Collapsibles and ListViews. Again, only thing we really needed to do there that might not already be used to is add that data role tag and use the collapsible and or the list view properties. So thank you guys for sticking with me, and I will be recording more videos to jQuery Mobile soon.